Trent Alexander-Arnold is back. And this isn't the same Trent people were doubting a few months ago.
Es que hay gente dentro del vestuario que tiene la sensación de que Trent no se ha enterado todavía de que es fichaje estrella del Real Madrid.
This is a different animal, a sharper version, a hungrier version, and Real Madrid know exactly what they have in their hands. Don't believe it? Take a look at this. 2 assists in his last 2 matches for Madrid, quietly, efficiently, decisively. While the headlines in Spain have focused on Álvaro Arbeloa steadying the ship, and Madrid finding rhythm again, inside Valdebebas, the real long-term conversation is already moving towards the summer. Big decisions are coming. And one of the biggest question marks has been the right-back position. Dani Carvajal's future is no longer guaranteed. Age, physical demands, long-term planning, everything is being evaluated. And tonight against Real Sociedad, the message was crystal clear. The future of Real Madrid's right flank belongs to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yes, he has only played 13 matches so far. Yes, injuries have slowed down his first season in white. And yes, fitness has always been the one shadow hovering over his career. But after his last 2 performances, confidence inside Madrid is reportedly total. The quality was never in doubt. The club now plans to manage his minutes carefully, reintroducing him step by step to avoid setbacks. No rush, no panic, just precision. Because when Trent is fit, he changes games. His influence in this crucial win helped Madrid reclaim the top spot. And here's the scary part: if Trent truly returns to his prime level, Barcelona and the rest of La Liga have a serious problem on their hands. Don't believe it? Take a look at this. Since joining Real Madrid in June 2025 on a 6-year deal from Liverpool, Trent Alexander-Arnold's time in Spain has been a mix of promise and frustration. The excitement was instant. His debut at the FIFA Club World Cup against Al Hilal felt special, and he described the experience as incredible, and he backed those words up on the pitch. He closed the tournament in style with 2 assists that had Madrid fans dreaming. The first came after he reacted quickly to a defensive clearance, picking up the loose ball and whipping in a cross with surgical precision for academy striker Gonzalo Garcia to head home the only goal of the match. The second showed his intelligence inside the box, making a sharp run, receiving the ball back in space and cutting it across perfectly for Fran Garcia to finish. It was the kind of tournament that made the Bernabeu believe they had signed something different. But then reality kicked in. Injuries, rotation, adaptation. The start of the season slowed his rhythm, limiting both his minutes and his consistency in a squad where competition is ruthless and patience is thin. Still, against Real Sociedad, Trent reminded everyone exactly why Madrid invested in him. As Los Blancos patiently built a positional attack, he stepped up and delivered a perfect corner into the box, finding Gonzalo Garcia once again for a clean finish. It wasn't just an assist, it was a statement. The weight, the angle, the timing, elite vision, elite execution. The kind of delivery that legends like David Beckham built careers on. Moments like these prove that even while fighting for consistent minutes, Trent has the tools to break defensive structures and change matches in seconds. 1 assist, 1 reminder, 1 message to La Liga. Trent Alexander-Arnold can still be the creative spark Real Madrid were waiting for. And trust me, La Liga has already clocked that Trent's right foot is different gravy. That pass from the right flank, just ahead of midfield, straight into Kylian Mbappe's path. Filthy. He didn't overthink it, didn't recycle possession, didn't play it safe. 1 clean, laser-guided ball over the top that left Mbappe running at 3 defenders with space to attack. From there, Mbappe did what only elite forwards can do, dropped 1, shifted past another, created the angle and smashed in a world-class finish. But none of that happens without Trent's vision and confidence to play that pass. These 2 assists are more than just stats on paper. They show creative authority. In a Real Madrid side that has often struggled this season when teams sit deep and refuse to leave space in behind, Trent's delivery changes the equation. When opponents don't let Madrid run, his right foot makes them run anyway. 1 diagonal, 1 early cross, 1 switch of play. Suddenly the defensive block is stretched, disorganised, exposed. His passing doesn't just look good, it solves problems. And in tight title races, having a fullback who can unlock a defence with 1 swing of his boot is not a luxury. It's a serious advantage. If Trent truly gets back to his peak level, there are 2 massive winners in this story, Gonzalo Garcia and Kylian Mbappe. And if you don't see it yet, just look closely at how Gonzalo is scoring. Against Real Betis, his hat-trick was a blueprint of what a modern Madrid striker needs to thrive. The first goal, a set-piece delivery from Rodrigo Goes, attacked perfectly at the far post. The second, a pass from the right wing by Fede Valverde, exactly the zone Trent owns, and Gonzalo finished it like Zidane. Chest control near the edge of the box, and a stunning volley across goal. Pure class. The third, Arda Güler drove to the byline and pulled back a diagonal cutback, and Gonzalo scored with a ridiculous Rabona. What's the common thread? Depth, wide progression, diagonal cutbacks. And that, mate, is Trent Alexander-Arnold's bread and butter. One of Trent's greatest weapons has always been his ability to push high, whip early crosses, and deliver those deadly delayed cutbacks from the half space. Gonzalo thrives in chaos inside the box. Give him service from the right channel, especially low diagonals into the penalty spot area, and he becomes lethal. Trent doesn't just cross randomly. He scans, he measures, he waits for the movement. That chemistry could turn Gonzalo from a promising striker into a consistent goal machine. And then there's Mbappe. It's hard to define his best quality because he's ridiculously complete, but his finishing and movement against the last defensive line are elite. He times his runs to perfection, and in one-on-one situations, he's ice cold. When chased by a defender, Mbappe slightly extends his final stride before shooting, buying himself that split second to read the goalkeeper. That detail is world class. With space in front of him, he's basically unstoppable. That's why Madrid activate instantly after a recovery in their own half. One forward pass, one switch, one through ball into space. Arda Güler has already found him countless times with vertical passes into open grass. Now imagine that same dynamic but with Trent's range of passing added to the mix. Long diagonals, early balls behind the fullback, cross-field switches that isolate Mbappe against one defender. For a forward who lives off attacking space, Trent's right foot is pure gold. Trent's return doesn't just boost Gonzalo and Mbappe, it might actually be Álvaro Arbeloa's best winter signing without spending a single extra euro. Because what Trent really gives Madrid back is Federico Valverde in midfield. Since Trent's injury, the coaching staff had a clear solution: Valverde at right back. And to be fair, the Uruguayan delivered. He brought balance, energy, defensive discipline, and endless running up and down that flank. But there was a cost. Madrid lost one of their most powerful midfielders in the zone, where they needed him most. The engine of the team was stuck patching holes. And here's the key point. With Alexander-Arnold back, Madrid didn't just recover a right back, they recovered their midfield structure. Valverde returning to the centre immediately changed the team's offensive posture. Suddenly, Madrid could position more men between the lines. They could attack with numerical superiority. They could pin opponents deeper instead of just circulating wide. The impact was instant. With El Pajarito operating closer to the opposition box, Madrid's positional play gained vertical aggression. His timing into the area created new second-line threats. And one of those moments? Perfect example. Valverde arriving just at the edge of the box, stepping into space, and smashing a brutal strike into the net. A proper golazo. That's what changes when roles are natural again. Trent wide, Valverde central, Mbappe running in behind, Gonzalo attacking the box. Suddenly the structure makes sense. And let's not forget what kind of player Real Madrid actually signed. This isn't just a good right back finding rhythm again. This is a genuine superstar. We're talking about a defender who left Liverpool with 92 assists and 23 goals in 350 matches.
Away by Mawson, Alexander-Arnold!
A right back who practically touched 100 assists from defence.
Alexander-Arnold's whip, Jota!
That's not normal, that's not solid, that's historic. He is the Premier League's all-time leading assist provider among defenders with 64 plus league assists. He produced 12 assists in 2018, 2019, and then 13 in 2019-2020, both record-breaking seasons for a defender. He became Liverpool's youngest captain in European competition in December 2020 against Midtjylland. He was also the youngest player in Premier League history to record 3 assists in a single match, and he won 9 trophies with the Reds, including the Champions League in 2019,
Raised in there, Origi with a chance!
and the Premier League in 2020.
Comes to Alexander-Arnold, and his shot! Brilliant!
Real Madrid didn't sign potential, they signed pedigree. But the most frightening part of Trent's game has always been his crossing. His technique is outrageous. He can bend it high, whip it low, drill it flat across goal, or float it perfectly to the far post. What makes him devastating isn't just accuracy, it's speed of execution. He releases the ball quickly, often first or second touch, before defenders can reset. That timing kills defensive structures. His low crosses are especially lethal. He strikes them with his laces almost like a shot, slicing through defensive lines with pace already built into the ball. The striker doesn't even need power, just a touch. That's gold for a team like Madrid, with runners attacking the 6-yard box. And when he goes deep instead of to the byline, that's when he's at his most dangerous. Like David Beckham, he doesn't need to beat you with pace. He beats you with technique, with shape, with vision. On the opposite flank, Álvaro Carreras brings raw athleticism and penetration through runs. But on the right, Trent has a glove on his foot. He has greater attacking instinct, more creativity, more range. Madrid now have 2 railways on the wings, but one of them delivers the ball like a world-class playmaker, disguised as a fullback. And if they truly learn to exploit that space between centre-back and goalkeeper, La Liga is in serious trouble. Alexander-Arnold is also massive on set pieces, not just because of his crosses, but because of his shooting. He is calm under pressure, ice cold in big moments, and capable of delivering the perfect ball when everything is on the line. Just ask Barcelona fans about that famous quick corner to Divock Origi in the 2019 Champions League semi-final. That wasn't luck. That was vision, awareness, and pure football IQ. On the ball, Trent is composed and technically elite. He can combine in tight spaces with central midfielders, play quick 1-2s with Valverde, Tchouaméni, or Arda Güler, and keep possession ticking. But what truly separates him is his long-range passing. From right back, he can launch diagonal missiles that completely break defensive lines. He did it countless times at Liverpool. Curved balls down the channel for Salah, switches to the opposite wing, diagonals over the rival fullback. Now imagine those same passes targeting Mbappe, Vinicius, or Gonzalo Garcia. That's chaos waiting to happen. When Real Madrid build from the back, opponents naturally collapse centrally to block passes into Mbappe and protect the left side where Vinicius lives. That often leaves the far side exposed. While the number 9 drops short, interior midfielders and fullbacks attack the space behind. That's where Trent becomes lethal. He doesn't need 5 touches. He sees the run and he releases. Unlike Carreras, who prefers to receive while sprinting, Trent likes the ball to feet first, then he fires it forward. He was a master at threading passes into Salah's path down the line, slicing through defensive shapes. Those passes were pure venom. He stretched teams horizontally, with switches to Robertson, diagonals to Mané, and early balls that forced backlines to panic. Arbeloa now has to demand that same instinct, find Vinicius early, release Mbappe into space, hit Gonzalo before defenders reset. Madrid love to play on the floor, dominate with possession, build patiently. But they also understand that sometimes the quickest route hurts the most. And when Mbappe or Vinicius are tightly marked, space appears elsewhere. Trent has the range to find runners through midfield, but what makes this version of him even more dangerous is his recent movement into central zones. He has midfield experience. He's technically gifted enough to operate inside. From narrower positions, his crossing angle changes completely. Instead of whipping powerful balls from the touchline, he can float delicate deliveries over centre-backs, bending them into pockets that strikers attack naturally. It gives Madrid another dimension, not just width, but interior creativity from a defender who thinks like a playmaker. Real Madrid didn't just buy a fullback, they bought a player for the biggest nights. During the final years under Jurgen Klopp, Alexander-Arnold was often moved into midfield mid-game, and it usually changed everything. One of the most insane examples came at Anfield on the 3rd of December 2023, when Liverpool came back from 2 goals down, with 3 minutes left to beat Fulham 4-3. Trent basically sparked the madness. He smashed a free kick onto the bar that rebounded in off Bernd Leno to open the scoring. And then in the dying seconds, he stepped up again and buried the winner himself. That's not coincidence. That's personality. Go back to the 2019-2020 title season. On Boxing Day, Liverpool crushed second-place Leicester at the King Power and basically ended the title race. Firmino scored twice, but Trent ran the show. He created both of the Brazilians' goals. Add to that the hat-trick of assists in one Premier League match, the outrageous quick corner against Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final, the countless big European nights. We are talking about a different kind of player, not just talent, big moment DNA. If this version of Trent clicks at Real Madrid, fully fit, fully confident, fully unleashed, La Liga will feel it. And Barcelona, they might start having flashbacks, because this isn't just a right back, this is a game changer who shows up when it actually matters.